So you're now in Sweeney's Chemist of 1 Lincoln Place, and this chemist was made famous by James Joyce when he put us into chapter 5, the lotus eaters in Ulysses. On that particular day, which was on the 16th of June 2004, he comes in here to buy a face cream for his wife Molly, and then he sees the lemon soap displayed, and he's going to his friend Dignam's funeral, so he buys a bar of lemon soap. And from there on, he takes us and mentions the lemon soap in Ulysses in various chapters from chapter 5 onwards. And this is a copy of Ulysses, and this is chapter 5, part of chapter 5, from where he mentions us and the lemon soap. So we'll take it from there. How goes the time? 1:15. Time enough yet. Better get that lotion made up. Where is this? Ah, yes, the last time, Sweeney's in Lincoln Place. Chemists rarely move. Their green and gold beacon jars too heavy to stir. Hamilton longs, founded in the year of the flood. Huguenot's churchyard near there. Visit some day. He walked southwards along Westland Row, but the recipe is in the other trousers. Oh, and I forgot that latchkey too. Bore this funeral affair. Oh well, poor fellow, it's not his fault. When was it I got it made up last? Wait, I changed the sovereign, I remember. 1st of the month. It must have been, or the 2nd. Oh, we can look it up in the prescriptions book. The chemist turned back page after page. Sandy, shriveled smell he seems to have. Shrunken skull, and old. Crest for the philosopher's stone. The alchemists. Drugs aid you after mental excitement. Lethargy then. Why? Reaction. A lifetime in a night gradually changes your character. Living all day among herbs, ointments, disinfectants. All his alabaster lily pots, mortar and pestle, ad, dist, vol, lore, tea, virid, smell almost cure you like the dentist's doorbell, Dr. Whack. He ought to physic himself a bit, electuary or emulsion. The first fellow that picked up herb to cure himself had a bit of pluck. Simples, want to be careful, enough stuff here to chloroform you. Test, turns blue, litmus paper red. Chloroform, overdose of laudanum, sleeping draughts, love filters. Pategoric poppy syrup, bad for cough. Clogs the pores or the phlegm. Poisons the only cures. Remedy where you least expect it. Clever of nature. About a fortnight ago, sir. Yes, Mr. Bloom said. He waited by the counter, inhaling the keen reek of drugs, the dusty, dry smell of sponges and loofahs. A lot of time taken up telling your aches and pains. Sweet almond, lemon, and tincture of benzene, Mr. Bloom said, and then orange flower water. It certainly did make her skin so delicate white, like wax, and white wax also, he said, brings out the darkness of her eyes. Looking at me, the sheet up to her eyes, Spanish, smelling herself, when I was fixing the links in my cuffs. Those homely recipes are often the best. Strawberries for the teeth, nettles and rainwater, oatmeal, they say, steeped in buttermilk, skin food. One of the old Queen's sons, Duke of Albany, was it? Had only one skin. Leopold, yes. 3 we have, warts, bunions, and pimples to make it worse. But you want a perfume too. What perfume does your peau d'Espagne, that orange flower? Pure curd soap. Water is so fresh, nice smell these soaps have. Time to get a bath round the corner. Hammam, Turkish, massage. Dirt gets rolled up in your navel. Nicer if a nice girl did it. Also, I think, yes, do it in the bath. Curious longing, aye, water to water, combine business with pleasure. Pity no time for massage. Feel fresh then all day. Funeral, be rather glum. Yes, sir, the chemist said. That was 2 and 9. Have you brought a bottle? No, Mr. Bloom said. Make it up, please. I'll call later in the day, and I'll take one of those soaps. How much are they? 4pence, sir. Mr. Bloom raised a cake to his nostrils, sweet lemony wax. I'll take this one, he said. That makes 3 and a penny. Yes, sir, the chemist said. You can pay altogether, sir, when you come back. Good, Mr. Bloom said. He strolled out of the shop, the newspaper batten under his armpit, the cool wrapped soap in his left hand. At his armpit, Bantam Lyon's voice and hand said, Hello, Bloom. Where is the best news? Is that today's? Show us a minute. Shaved off his moustache again, by Jove. Long, cold upper lip. To look younger. He looks balmy, younger than I am. Bantam Lyon's yellow, black-nailed fingers unroll the batten. Wants a wash too. Take off the rough dirt. Good morning. Have you used pear soap? Dandruff on your shoulders. Scalp wants oiling. I want to see about that French horse that's running today, Bantam Lyon said. Where the bugger is it? He rustled the pleated pages, jerking his chin on his high collar, barber's itch, tight collar. He'll lose his hair. Better leave him the paper and get shut of him. You can keep it, Mr. Bloom said. Ascot, Gold Cup. Wait, Bantam Lines muttered. Half a mo, maximum the second. I was just going to throw it away, Mr. Bloom said. Bantam Lines raised his eyes suddenly and leered weakly. What's that? His sharp voice said. I say you can keep it, Mr. Bloom answered. I was going to throw it away that moment. Bantam Lines doubted an instant, leering, then thrust the outspread sheet back on Mr. Bloom's arms. I'll risk it, he said. Here, thanks. He sped off towards Conway's corner. Godspeed, Scut. Mr. Bloom folded the sheets again to a neat square and lodged the soap in it, smiling. Silly lips of that chap. Betting regularly. Hotbed of it lately. Messenger boys stealing to put on sixpence, raffle for large tender turkey, your Christmas dinner for threepence, Jack Fleming embezzling to gamble, then smuggled off to America. Keeps a hotel now. They never look back. Fleshpots of Egypt. He walked cheerfully towards the Mosque of the Baths. Behind you, remind you of a mosque, red-baked bricks, the minarets. College sports today, I see. He eyed the horseshoe poster over the gate of College Park. Cyclists doubled up like a cod in a pot. Damn bad ad. Now, if they had made it round like a wheel, then the spokes. Sports, 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 and the who, big, college, something to catch the eye. There's Hornblower standing at the porter's lodge. Keep him on hand. Hands. Might take a turn in there on the nod. How do you do, Mr. Hornblower? How do you do, sir? Heavenly weather, really. If life was always like that, cricket weather, sit around under sunshades, over and over, out. They can't play it here. Duck for 6 wickets. Still, Captain Buller broke a window in Kildare Street Club with a slog to square leg. Donnybrook Fair, more in their line, and the skulls we were cracking when McCarthy took the floor. Heatwave won't last, always passing. The stream of life, which in the stream of life we trace, is dearer than them all. Enjoy a bath now, clean trough of water, cool enamel, the gentle tepid stream. This is my body. He foresaw his pale body reclined in it at full, naked in a womb of warmth, oiled by scented melting soap, softly laved. He saw his trunk and limbs, rippled over and sustained, buoyed lightly upwards, lemon yellow, his navel bush of flesh, and saw the dark tangled curls of his bush floating hair of the stream around the limp father of thousands, a languid floating flower.